Hi, Tim here from World of Sleuths. I know it's been around a month since I last made a video, and I was telling you about I was playing catch up and stuff. I'm still playing catch up with my reading, as you saw in the description. Uh, it's updates, and then I'm also going to I decide what I'm going to be doing for my reading next year, my reading plans, and that with how the books are behind me, and uh, there's a reason for that also. So let me show. I know after last video, like during starting the day before Thanksgiving through like that Saturday or Sunday, I finished like 7 or 8 books just in that time, something like that. Well, anyway, now I have several books I'm reading again because most of these are catch-ups for with the read-alongs or my Goodreads group, and I've shortened it to one book a month now for it instead of 4 a month because people were telling me they were falling behind and stuff. So first off, I'll show you the books. I'll show you the books I'm reading now. Trying to get it to where it's not too bright. Okay, Dan Brown, Deception Point. I'm over 100 pages in on this, almost 150, and that's just but there's over 700 pages in here. This is by Dan Brown. It's about, you could say, political and somewhat science fiction. You could say how NASA has discovered something up in the polar region way up north, and they have a team up there, and they flight that the president talks to his opposition's daughter for the upcoming election. The daughter is estranged from her father pretty much, and she doesn't support her father for president, and but the president sends her up there to she's data analyst for one of the like Intel national intel groups, and he's setting her up there pretty much as like a publicity stunt, you could say, to use against her father. Next one, it's a reread, but the reason why is that the one read a month we're doing in my group, which is World of Sleuths Goodreads, is a series book, and this was our read for November. Along Came a Spider. I've read it before, but I'm reading it again now, and it's about the kidnapping of. It's the first book in the Alex Cross series, I should say, and it's by James Patterson. Along Came a Spider, and it's about little boy and girl were kidnapped from a private elementary school for people that had money that have money from the Washington D.C. area, and Alex Cross is a detective with the Washington Police Department, and him and his partner are brought on to help with the investigation at the mayor's request, along with that the FBI and Secret Service are working on it also. And so they're trying to find the guy who kidnapped the kids and stuff. So next one is one that I'm 2/3 of the way done now. It's Kathy Reich's Deja Dead, and it's the first book in the Temperance Brennan series, and in it, Temperance is working up in pathology up in I think it's Montreal, but I I can't remember. I think it's Montreal, yeah. Well, anyway, uh, she's gotten some bones and stuff, some discoveries where she thinks that it might be a serial killer, but nobody believes her. And there's and somebody starts stalking her that she believes might possibly be the serial killer, and but that's all I'll say about that one. And the other physical book I'm reading four physical books. So those three paperbacks, and this one is another one from last month's read, King of Maxwell, which is a hardcover. And the son of a boy hires Sean King and Michelle Maxwell to try finding out what happened to his father, because the army had informed them that his father was killed in action over in Afghanistan. And I'm still early in that book. Those are the physical books I'm reading now. I'm also reading three e-books. The first one is The Woman in White by Walkie Collins. That's my main public domain read, right? That's pretty much my public domain read right now, or you could say my main one, and I'm close to halfway through that one. It just goes slow because I like it, but sometimes it just gets intense, and so I need to take breaks from it. The second one I'm reading, it's one that I decided to read after watching a video that Joe from Retired Book Nerd talked about in a video she made like a week or two ago on her favorite classics, and she said and she showed I think it was The Grapes of Wrath that she showed anyway, by John Steinbeck. And I was thinking, I never read any Steinbeck. I know in high school I could have, but we had choices between, we usually had a couple choices of books to read, and each time, and one of the times some people read the Steinbeck book, but I chose the other book. I can't remember what the other one was that we were reading, and so I decided to read The Grapes of Wrath. I'm almost halfway done with it. Okay, then also, and then the last one is okay. I've just read a short story from Father Brown, The Complete Collection by G.K. Chesterton. It's just out the Father Brown stories, or books and stories collected into one book, or it's an e-book actually, and they are not abridged. They're unabridged copies of the stories that are in the public domain. Okay. Well, after I get done with The Long Kim of Spider, I'll start reading this one, Kiss the Girls, which is the second of the book in the Alex Cross series, and it's this month's book for my group. Like I said, it's a series read, and then and for next month we'll be reading Jack and Jill, which is book number 3 in the Alex Cross series. And so I got that all that taken care of, and now I'm going to tell you what my reading plans are for next month, or for next year, I should say, for 2019. Oh, you see all those books behind me, and I haven't been reading the hardcovers much, and I'll be changing that and stuff. So what I'm planning on doing is reading like uh, two two paperbacks at a time, along with the hardcover. One of the paperbacks will be the series read for the month, and so that's one of the paperbacks. The other paperback, it might be one in a series or that I have on my shelves. Since the Alex Cross series is so long, there's enough for like to go like 2 years in that series. I know, but then I'm also choosing it. So I'll read one of the other paperbacks that I feel like reading. That, like people say they're mood readers, well I am too. And then I'm going to also be reading a hardcover each month too. I know some of my hardcover books are nonfiction, but I plan on reading those also. I'm wanting to read more nonfiction, so there's 3 physical books I'll be reading each month. Now, show you what I have here. These are all my devices I have here. You see there's 4 of them there. This is my tablet. But that I have the, try to get it so you can see it better, that I have the Kindle app on. This is my Kindle Fire. This is a Nook Color. And this is an old Nook Simple Touch. Well, I'll be using at least 3 of the 4 every month because I plan on reading trying to see my Nook library now. I have over 2,200 books in it, and so I need to cut into them. A lot of them I've gone for free because there's a lot of them that I've gotten for free are either like books that are in the public domain, like some classics and stuff, or they're by indie and self-published authors who periodically have one of their books up for free. I get a free book, usually at least one a day I get for free from Amazon. So I'll have 2 Kindle books going at the same time, if not 3, because I also have the Kindle app on my desktop computer, and like that's where I'm reading the Father Brown ones now. And then I have over 1,000 books on the Nook. The color I'll probably be using for the ones that I've gotten for free or didn't pay too much for. Some of them are public domain, some of them are other books I got for free. I'll be working on some of those more on the color, and the Simple Touch I will still be using for the public domain reads. And along with all those, another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be doing something that Elizabeth from Leslie Faye Loves Books, and that is I'm going to be reading chapter a day from the Bible. I've read the Bible in its entirety before, but it's been a while, and I go to a Bible study almost every week. But I decided I'm going to read a chapter a day, like Elizabeth does, and I have three versions of the Bible. I have a New Revised Standard study Bible that I use with my Bible study. I have a New King James Version, which my wife uses it at our Bible study, and then I have this one that my parents gave me one year for Christmas when I was a kid, like around when I was starting confirmation, and this is or the early 70s anyway. And I was using this for my Bible for confirmation class. And so I think that's all I have for this time. So if you can't tell, I'm going to be keeping busy. Oh, also, what I'm doing, the books that I have been shown as currently reading on Goodreads, that there's some that I haven't touched for a good while. That's why I started up read that Father Brown short story today, because I'll be keeping on that until I finish that book. There's a couple other books on there that I started that I just set off to the side, and I'm going to start both those books from the beginning next month. One of them is a book on Amazon called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's can't remember the name of the author now. It's about the British spy books from like the 60s and 70s, what the James Bond book, like James Bond books by Ian Fleming, and like Jack Higgins books and stuff like that. And the other one is the something like the Craig Kennedy collection, or whatever. See, it's by Arthur B. Reeves. That one, or most of the books in it are that I got for like $1 or $2 on Amazon. But there's several books in it, all unabridged. Again, all of them are in the public domain. But Craig Kennedy is considered was a scientific detective. Is what he was considered to be back then, and or in the books, because he has a degree in biology, or he's teaching a biology professor at a university, but on the side he helps the police solve crimes. But he uses scientific methods to do it. And at the time, he was considered to be like the equivalent, the American equivalent of James Bond. And so I'm going to be starting at the very beginning of that book again. I was like in the second or third book of them. The first two, at least, are all short stories, and but I'll be taking pretty much wiping my slate clean for them. Well, I think I've talked long enough now, so until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.